Why would I bury a rat? Where would I bury a rat? In the garden? I'm in a goddamn city. I threw it on the ground. Hey, where are we at? Where are we at? That's gonna give me nightmares. Like, I mean, I hope you slept well, Beelug. I listened to that last night and was like, yes, Squig, right there. That was my response to that last night when I first heard that. I was like, oh my god, I need an exorcist. Do you mind explaining yourself, Beelug? What the fuck is that command? Like, it doesn't technically break any of my rules, so I'm not gonna go bopping it from existence. But, like, as, like, yeah, exactly. What even was that? Precise. To the point where I named it Beelug Creep. I'm actually gonna turn it down by, like, 75. So now it's Halloween? Oh. I mean, it's certainly creepy as fuck. I turned it down by 25%. I'd just like to remind you all that Metal Band EXE is the best Twitter account. Just period. They just tweet out, like, badly generated band names. Alright, let's just take a look at where we're at. Because down here, we are building this spiral, which is currently filling from the little creek right here. And currently we haven't built up much, but people have been asking me to build a tower or something again, so we might build something in the middle. But this wall over here on the right is a problem that I need to fix. Because right now it's very easy for things to just kind of crawl into the base from the side of that mountain over there. So we need to work on that down at the bottom right. It's a bloody mess. Like, to the point where, like, I don't even know why I have this wall piece that just, like, sticks all the way out. Like, why did I even build that? We did get attacked by a were creature. A couple of our dwarves died. No one was infected that is still in the fort. They all got banished permanently. So it is all fine. Underground. Well, above ground we have all of our livestock, which might need to be moved underground soon. Down here we have a whole lot of iron ore veins and a bunch of natural gold underground. We have some dwarves that we need to trade with, which I will actually do. Garbage disposal. We have the beginnings of a well reservoir, which I'm not actually sure what the fuck I was doing. I need to, like, work on that. Down here is our coffins and... well, down here is our coffins and tombs. Up here is our storage for slabs and various other dwarven memorabilia. Down here we have our bedrooms, which we're still working on, and the greater tavern area, where we actually have quite a few dwarves singing, which is lovely. And then down here we have our food stores and that exit out into the underground with a dead human in the tunnel. It's his fault. He was outside when I closed the door. We don't open up for anybody. Because we don't know if you're friend or foe or just a troglodyte with a good voice impersonation skill. So you might remember that the whole purpose of this fortress is to fight and kill forgotten beasts and maybe enslave them. I don't know. We'll see. But currently, it's just fight and kill forgotten beasts. So we're training soldiers up on the surface, one of which is depressed. We have a relatively large set of squads for me. I normally don't have this many. As I said, we did lose a couple dwarves in the last encounter, so we're going to be trying to repopulate our squad up a little bit more and get a couple more dwarves. That's kind of a brief overview of what the fort was and is. If you would like your name in this fort, we do have plenty of unnamed dwarves. The current named dwarves are Bastet, Harbinger, Spitalier, IDZ3, Sima, Opal, Belug, Hops, Lion, Hobo, Arbitrary, Nipple, and Little Joe. What kind of dwarf would you like, Robo? Currently, it's a relatively nice, friendly fort. Another thing that's worth noting is this is a large world, which we generated for this fortress. And we're far all the way the hell over here, right next to, quite literally... no, it's missions. A war. So we're in this tiny little mountain range, and there's another dwarven faction there that's getting all out invaded by goblins right there. Over here, there's also a bunch of other goblin invasions and dwarven invasions. Dwarves appear to be running away from the goblin invasions and becoming refugees. And massive human invasions against the elves up here. Brewer would be lovely. All right. Bunch of elven refugees and armies stationed down on the bottom. And not too much other activities that we're aware of. Just quite a few big-ass wars happening. So a brewer would be lovely, you say? A brewer would be lovely. Question is, do I actually have anybody with the job brewer? Like, if that's their top skill. I don't actually think so. Okay, who's currently brewing drinks? And before we realize that I don't actually have any drinks, nobody is currently brewing drinks. I do have lots of drinks. Is the job even active? No, the job is not active. All right, so I don't currently have any orders for brewing drinks. I'll give you a cook and assign brewing as their, or maybe we'll give you this Gelder, who's currently fishing, which is a waste of space. Let's just turn off that. Leave your crafts on. And then the only farming-related task we'll give you is brewing. If I can find brewing. There's brewing, right below milling. What's this about proper living? Within the last season, he was delighted, remembering watching performance, but didn't feel anything after being unable to practice a craft for too long. He is 57 years old, born on the 19th of Granite in the year 196. His hair is wavy and very long, and his sideburns are braided. His very long mustache is neatly combed, and his very long beard is braided. His very long hair is neatly combed, and his eyebrows are incredibly high. His teeth are crowded, and he has a prominent chin. He personally finds artwork boring and doesn't care if others take the time to master skills, and dreams of crafting a masterwork someday. He is a perfectionist and greatly pleased by his own looks and accomplishments. And he is often cheerful, and he finds obligations confining. Incredibly quick to heal and agile, but is susceptible to getting sick. He likes red pyrope, desert turquoise shell, and the color dark scarlet, querns and goblets, and rabbits for their ears, and desert tortoises for their longevity, and the sound of the lavender styles. And when possible, he prefers to consume pineapple wine, and two-humped camel's milk, and single-grain wheat flour. Let's check in on Hops, because Hops was like, yay, y'all still alive. So let's see how Hops is doing. If I can find you. There you are. You're one of the other cooks. Do not hide yourself behind an unfeeling mask. Was shaken upon suffering a major injury. What was the major injury? It's hard to say, actually. Still believes good craftsmanship is a total waste and sees no value in holding back complaints. How's the FPS? FPS is currently fine. Like, I wouldn't say it's great, but it's totally playable. It's around 30. Do you know what job you would like as a dwarf? I was just about to ask if anybody wants any more, so you got it, Narander. Do you know what job you'd like? We're currently forging golden goblets and running them down into the tavern. Yeah, like, the frame rate's a little on the slow side, but it's fine. Oh, there's tons. Like, there isn't a lot of named dwarves. That's mostly my own fault, but... let's just give you one that's probably gonna live for a long time. This one should be fine. I've learned about miscellaneous object, and that is interesting. He's 53 years old, born on the 1st of Moonstone in the year 200. Lead you to glory and death? Well, you'll be fighting forgotten beasts, so hopefully that'll be enough for you. Well, you're a sword master, so you're basically unbreakable. Very long sideburns, braided, and a very long mustache that's neatly combed. So, worshipper of Logan, the granite diamonds, and a casual worshipper of Id Coppermine. Id indeed, the Coppermine. I shall do my best to make sure it is an epic battle. How you doing, Infinity? Yeah, I'm not seeing anything too, although you did have to drink nasty water, which is part of the reason why you find any show of emotion offensive. What amp do I use? For my what? Because currently I'm not using any amps for my stream. Currently. It's not like this microphone needs an amp. I have an amp for my, what you might call it? My record player, but it's a really old one. It's something that I inherited. I need to quickly trade with dwarves, I think. Trader is now requested at Depot, who's currently socializing. Oh, we're making leather robes. Well, that's nice. Do I have a separate trader? I want to say I do. I do. You're my trader. You should go trade. Wait, no. You're my trader. Broker. Not a trader. I'm a dum-dum. Right, so who's my broker? Where are you at? There you go. Okay, so you're ready to trade. Sweet. Let's just take a real quick skim through here. Make sure everything here is right. It's a whole lot of gems. Cool. And some barrels. Nope, Blue Yeti is most certainly not an XLR mic. It's a USB mic. I think they have an XLR version, but that's not the version I have. But I need to look that up, actually. Gonna buy a bunch of ropes. Because ropes are something I can never be asked to make by myself. Same with bags. I'll always buy empty bags. Because I just don't care to have to make them myself. Seeing a lot of steel short swords and spears. I think I might pick up a couple of those. Just because, like, it's nice to just have a variety of decent steel weapons just lying around. Let's buy those shoes. And those dresses. The cloak. Let's also buy some picks. See some low boots. We'll buy those as well. Still got quite a bit of stuff I can buy. Let's buy 2 steel bucklers. Bunch of mittens and gloves. Those are expensive mittens. But yeah, no, the Blue Yeti is like a USB mic, which is kind of the main reason why I'm upgrading to the Rode mic. Or to just an XLR mic in general. The amount of flexibility and options you have when you're using an audio interface and amp versus just a USB mic is night and day. Quite literally. Buying a whole bunch of leather here, not because leather is hard to get, it's just because it takes a while to get. So it's nice to just have a sudden influx of leather so I can quickly make up a whole bunch of leather clothing. Always buy the leather, cloth, and thread. Maybe don't always, but unless you don't have a surplus. Chimpanzee leather. Don't think I've ever actually seen chimpanzees in Dwarf. I don't need to buy all of this leather. That is a lot of leather. I think I ordered too much leather. Still going. AT2035 was the other mic I was looking at. I'll say this, the Shure SM7 is expensive. Which is kind of the main thing that made me go, against it, and just not. Because the Shure SM7 is like 600 bucks. My microphone's about 200. What will you be using it for though, Baron? See a lot of jewelry. This is all food that we're into now. A lot of plump helmets. A lot of fish. Quivers and backpacks. I will buy the cheese. Voiceovers. I would go with the AT2035 for just doing voiceovers. Or a Rode NT1. One of the two. Those are kind of the two that I would say, hey, yeah, go for those. Alright, I think I've spent as much money as they're going to let me get away with. Yeah, I've already spent too much. Let's just take a bunch of the clothing out of there. Because I want to buy those books. You like working with Shure? Fair enough. I mean, I get that. We all have our preferred brands. As much as I hate to admit it, I have my preferred brands too. Where the heck did that clothing go? Was that before all the leather? I thought it was like in this area. I'm not scrolling back all the way up through all those. Let's go the other way. Might actually put up a Reddit thread today about the stream. I haven't done that in a while. There's been some other people doing that recently, and I haven't wanted to, like, clog up the directory too much. Considering I like doing this for a living, I'm real bad at, like, screaming at the masses that I'm doing what I'm doing. But voiceovers for what, if you don't mind me asking? I don't really need these weapons. That should be fine. There they go. Kib seems ecstatic with the trading. Thank you for your business. Didn't end up buying any of the books, which is fine. I need to prioritize work on those bedrooms anyway. But, you know, that's kind of how I feel. Although, you know what? Screw it. For all of you audio nerds in the chat, I'll just post the Amazon link for the thing that I'm buying. I will say this, it's cheaper in store than it is on Amazon. It's about $100 cheaper for me in store. The Amazon seller, I think, is marking up on it. That's what I'm buying. That's the mixer that I'm going to be using. And I have 90 days to decide if I like it or not to return it. Is that a good oof or a bad oof? I can't tell. And some personal stuff that you work on? Gotcha. Yeah, just go with the AT. Audio-Technica makes good stuff. Or you could get the microphone I have. Rode Pod Mic. Audio nerds, right, though? I mean, the idea is that I won't need to replace it for a while. I mean, I might as well also just, like, dedicate it to Spitalier at this point. Like, just write Spitalier Mixer 9001 Edition 2. Yeah, well, I mean, it's what I need, right? More options, the better. I mean, if I could afford more, I'd get more. Like, realistically, the main thing that, like, is pushing me away from the thing that everybody recommends, which is a Go XLR, which I personally think is a not very good audio interface, is one audio channel. Like, that's so low. The amount of options you have there are so small. You always break their stuff? Yeah, true. I don't know, I mean, this guy's pretty heavy duty. Whoopsies. As I smack the... Here come all the dwarves. Dropping off all the coffers. You mean the Scarlet of audio? Isn't it Scarlet audio interfaces that just break? Those are the ones I think I've heard the most bad things about. Scarlet audio interfaces just breaking horribly. I just had someone tag me in a "Hey, awesome games done quick is now live" thing on Twitter. I'm looking at it going, why'd you tag me specifically? I know. I was watching it this morning. Also, investments are open, chat. I don't know. I just that's the one I hear breaks the most. Like out of all audio interfaces, that's the one I see streamers complaining about it just like not working all of a sudden. Although personally, I'm kind of waiting for that to start happening with a lot of streamer peripherals that have been made recently. All right, so these are all bedrooms now. Let's get these bedroomified. Hey, chat room. What kind of dwarf do you guys think Barend would be? I think Barend would either be a bard or a tavern keeper. I'm gonna see if I have any bards lying around. Do I have any, like, unused bards? I do, but you're named. Tavern keeper is named. You know what? You're going nuts. I don't know. I want to give Barend a name. Although some of these farmers realistically can just join the military. She's married. She's strong. Dreams of mastering a skill. Ooh. She has a questionable sense of creativity and difficult and bad willpower, some of patience, a bad musical sense. She doesn't often extreme strong cravings or urges. Well, you're just going to join the military. See yourself as a tavern keeper? My one tavern keeper is already named, though. That's the problem. How about this trader? Would you make for a good tavern keeper? Not particularly. I can usually tell just by at a glance. What about this clerk? You're uneasy after a lack of decent meals. You want to be around family and friends. Do you enjoy helping others? Dreams of raising a family. Personally finds introspection to be a waste and sees competition as wasteful and silly. He is unbelievably stubborn even with the most futile of action. I could really use a good meal. I am uneasy. You're very uneasy, which means you're probably gonna go nuts, but it's fine. He's unbelievably stubborn and will stick with even the most futile action. He does not have feelings of emotional attachment and has never felt a moment's connection with another being. He never feels discouraged after drinking nasty water in 252, and he has an overinflated sense of self-worth and can get caught up in internal deliberations and action. What are you question marking? Welcome, Dunbarend. You're now a tavern keeper. Please go serve alcohol to people. What are you a legendary dwarf at? What? I mean, my bot's all about gambling, right? Don Barend has blessed our ears, apparently, chat room, with a new audio command. Is it more or less spooky than Belug's new Spooky Ghosts one? Oh, they're already smelting that. Cool. It's good vibes. Good vibes. Down for good vibes. Do you mind if I set it up in between streams, Baron? You don't mind? Cool. Cool. A dancer has shared a few rumors. What's going on in the world now? Okay, looks like that fight's still in full swing. Nothing else too new. Few dwarves appear to be invading humans down here. I want to say these guys are part of our faction too. Yeah, the dwarves are marching on the humans down here. What else is going on? Still the fallout battle between the humans and the elves. It's going back and forth over here now. It looks like the elves have started retaliating. And the goblins are still forcing dwarves out of their homes and into elven territory over there. And currently, no one knows we're here, still. Although we do have quite a few guests. Previous forts I've done have had, like, no guests. We've got quite a few, like, relatively important guests, as well as a lot of mercenaries, which is nice. Yeah, same. You're under. You've been learning to play Dwarf Fortress this month. Watching my streams is great. Oh, really? Well, thank you, Rain Dog. Sorry I didn't see you pop in there earlier. Are you just like watching the reruns then on YouTube, or? It's funny, I've had some people ask me to make more tutorials, and I'm like, I honestly think the best way to make Dwarf Fortress tutorials is to just pump shit tons of gameplay out there, and then just watch the gameplay. It's like, yeah, I'm not going to directly explain everything that I'm doing, but you'll get more out of it. Watch more things on Twitch? Okay, gotcha. Well, thanks for hanging out for the streams. I know that, it's not the most popular game on Twitch, that's for sure, but, it's been good. Oh no! It's like I think this fortress's second tantrum. The weaponsmith immediately canceled the tantrum. Where are you at? There you are. She feels regretful after throwing something. Really? With more than 5 years of history? The default is 250. Do you just like start generating and immediately stop it? I don't think I could do less than 100 years of history. Okay, so I don't actually have that many beds left. Let's make 20 more beds. 3, 6, 9. Just counting my bedrooms. I got 69 bedrooms. I got 99 dwarves. All right, so we need to do another row of bedrooms, probably over here. It seems you're missing out a bit. I mean, I wouldn't say you're necessarily missing out. You'll just end up with a very different kinds of worlds. Because if you want, well, if you want a lot of early, okay, so really, what do you want to get attacked by? Do you want to get attacked by big factions or big monsters? Because if you want to get attacked by big monsters, you need them to still be alive, and a lot of them tend to die. Like a lot of the titans die in world generation. So things like, you know, your dragons, your rocks, your really big creatures that can attack you. Those things, a lot of them die in world gen. So if you want to get attacked by a lot of those, generate a younger world. And the other thing that I've learned is that if you want to get attacked by more were creatures, more necromancer armies, more like like cursed creatures, go for an older world, because you need dwarves to defile temples in history in order for there to be were creatures or vampires. Guzzling all your alcohol in the snow. I've never seen that happen. I've had things run off with my anvil right away. That's pain. Unless it's a Tony world? What do you mean by Tony? I mean, you'd have to have a dwarf that would defile it yourself. I mean, unless you want to go into adventure mode and defile a temple. But I wouldn't know how to go about doing that. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, that'll... Tiny. Ah, tiny world. There you go. Also, Oopsalot, I might be going crazy, but your sub badge disappeared. So you were commenting that people always buy you subscriptions. It appears that it has run out. And asked you to advertise your streak. That's strange. I don't know how that stuff works. Season adventure mode. There are temples in human towns. Huh. Interesting, Narander. You horrible person. By doing this, I created the first vampire in my world. You ruined your world. It was unsullied. It was perfect. I know the feeling. I feel like I always need a bigger workshop in every world or in every run. It's always, man, I need a bigger workshop. Might need water. Like for me, not in game. I didn't bring my water bottle over today and I'm dumb for this reason. Yeah, I don't know why Twitch would tell you to advertise your streak the day your sub runs out. That's really strange. Although, to be fair, we did just drop a handful of subs, but that's going to be happening. I'm not going to be holding 500 subscribers on this channel. We're probably going to drop back down to around 200 in the next 30 days. Your wub badge. I'm going to call them wub badges forever now, Infinity. What's this partition? Just entertainers. All right, now down here, I'm gonna make a bunch of other bedrooms that are gonna kinda go up this way, and they're gonna be smaller. These bedrooms are going to be directly connected to the tavern. Holy shit, the sun is coming out where I live. Might actually need to close my window. The sun is poking its head out. It's gonna get bright in a second. Now it says it's gonna only expire today. I mean, don't worry about sorting something out, right? You know, if you're not able to stay subscribed, the world's not gonna end. So yeah, this is all gonna be for guests that are staying in the fortress. And I'll do these little bedroom wings Make a few of them. Because my dwarves can also stay in them, too. Can also, like, set a couple of them as temporary housing for dwarves that need a bedroom. Then it comes back. I don't know. Twitch, what are you doing? Let's all just like smile and nod and go, yes, Twitch things. Oh, another thing I bought me, Chad. I bought new ear cups for my headphones. And apparently those are shipped, which means I'll get them on Wednesday. Ah, yes, Twitch things. Sometimes Twitch things just break. I don't think I've ever seen a scoundrel emote in my chat before, and that makes me happy. I didn't even know he had emotes. He needs to get into that Dwarf team that Kit Fox runs. Kind of makes me sad that he's not in there yet. Not that it's all that important, but... Hey, Sax. Yep, Witcher 3 music. It fits Dwarf Fortress nicely, I think. Actually, let's bump that up to priority 2. If you'll actually let me do that. That's not what I wanted. It's fine, I'll just cancel the whole thing. There you go, that should do it. So that's all set to be smooth now, and we're working on these lower bedrooms. The guest bedrooms. It's your 2 favorite games. I mean, sometimes the soundtracks, because I usually listen to a lot of soundtracks, right? Sometimes the soundtracks I play on here are super out of left field random. Like, I really like the Uplink soundtrack, which is a really old soundtrack. But I'm glad that you adore Dwarf Fortress, and I'm glad that you're watching my stream. Oh yeah, we finally made that golden sarcophagus. Endless Legend? I believe it. I don't think I've ever actually streamed listening to the Endless Legend OST. I've played Endless Legend, so I know what it sounds like. We should do that one, maybe after this. Uh-oh. That's not good. A woodcutter was found. No foul play. Huh. Wonder what your cause of death was. We should immediately make you a slab. Speaking of, I actually don't have slab. Yeah, there you are, burr. I mean, I doubt it. We have soap. Could be infection, it could be sickness. Could also just be age. That does happen sometimes. Also, some migrants have arrived. First thing I see is a Fisher Dwarf, which I want to swap your job out on. Dream of crafting a masterwork someday. What's your empathy at? She's very clumsy. Great musical sense. Good ability to read emotions. Yeah, actually, that's possible. I do have a tavern keeper. I have 2, actually. But I know that it is possible for dwarves to, like, drown. But it doesn't stop me from having tavern keepers. Because, you know, tavern keepers are great. Friends' obligations confining. Trying to decide if this dwarf would be any good for the military. Yeah, we'll throw you in the military. Also, that's a leather worker? Yeah, that's useful. And a boyer. Upu. Die taker? Lord Consort wishes to join us. I can't see properly. A human. Human lasher. Die taker. You know what, Upu? Welcome to our military. Don't. Oh, okay, so you're wearing some bronze gauntlets, copper helm, chain leggings, llama hood and cloak. All right. Me versus the guy she told me not to worry about. That's funny. I'm not certain that's a bug that's a good thing to miss. I miss having piles of dead cats in my tavern. Feels nostalgic. Why would you ever miss that? Like, realistically. Like, I can't think of any possible reason why you would miss that. Like, again, I don't know how that could be fun, but I'm all for the occasional drunk cat, but maybe like not all of the cats drunk. Got more children arriving. We're at 109 dwarves. I'm starting to get worried. Starting to think we're gonna have problems soon. You know, I'm just gonna do this way. Because it's so much easier than whatever the hell I was trying to do right here. I need blocks and a good amount of them. That'll work. I don't really want to use schist. I want to use something that would match in color. Because I need some form of vanity left. Of my above ground part? Not my best one. I liked my last fort a lot more. How about the dog in the lookout tower over here? That's maybe my favorite part right now. Yeah, we dug through a few layers of microline. It's a whole thing. The part about this fort that I think is really cool yet, that I haven't really finished yet, is this, which is eventually going to be the murder tunnel. Well, the drowning tunnel. Although I haven't actually aggravated any goblins yet, so we're probably still just okay. But these bridges can drop 7 all the way up to here, 7, 7. Z levels where the water in a big old whoosh fashion into this lower area. Problem is, I have absolutely no way of draining it right now, so we need to, like, you know, actually work on that. All talk and no bite, you mean? Like, although I kind of want to just drain the water down into the caverns, because doing that is fun. We could totally just drain it out into the caverns. The good old drowning chamber. Yeah, I mean, drowning chamber to me is the very definition in Dwarf Fortress of, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. The problem is there's so much iron ore in this damn thing. I just kind of want to mine out all of the walls. I'm gonna go get me my bottle of water because I'm thirsty and I've been drinking a lot of coffee, so I'm gonna go grab my water. BRB. I just need to fill it. My favorite thing I ever made was in a fortress called Burial Fire, where we literally made just a giant tomb that would fill up with magma. It was just a giant fucking entry hall. That's a hobo. Yeet. Hey, a hobo. How is things? I once drained a volcano and it crashed the game and rendered that save unplayable. I also realized that if magma crabs somehow manage to set themselves on fire, they remain on fire for all eternity and wreck your frame rate. It was horrendous. I noticed. Oh, I'm very perplexed and confused. But, cool. I don't mind. But anyway, Hobo, how's your day going? That's why you kind of gave up on lava? Why? Because if magma crabs set themselves on fire, they burn for all eternity and fuck your frame rate? Because, yeah. Kind of sucks. Alright, who's Locum? Hammerdorf. I'll take a Hammerdorf. You can join the walled fences. Into some Yakuza. I've heard, I don't know if you've played it, Hobo, but I know a lot of people have been saying really nice things about, a lot of people have been saying really nice things, not about Yakuza, but about Judgment. I don't know if you've played it, but curious. I accidentally said yes to that. Whoops. Judgment, aka Judge Eyes, the other game by the Yakuza team. No, I've heard good things about the story of Judgment. All the crashes, what, in the volcano stuff, Narander? Do I have access to sand? Nah. We did a ton of stuff with glass in last fort. So I got like no plans to do anything with glass this fort. It's not on PC yet? Oh. Why aw? I don't understand people's fascination with glass. So do you care to explain? Aside from that, serrated glass discs are extremely OP. That's like the only real cool thing about glass. Aside from that, it's an unlimited resource. But like, they break so easily and then you have to just replace them. I don't know, I find that portion of traps to just be a pain. I just like a drowning chamber that's just a good old drowning chamber that does the thing that a drowning chamber does, which is kill by drowning. And it's like the one trap in the game where you don't need to worry about rebuilding it. My manager is throwing a tantrum, excuse me? Excuse me? Pardon? Why? Oh. Okay. Someone's upset. It's just your taste. See, I like making stuff out of gold. It's much more dwarfy to me. Favorite fort ever was basically made out of glass walls, which were suspended over a huge pit and submerged. I mean, my last fort was a necromancer tower made of glass in a desert, and that's enough glass for a couple of forts. Stradlier. Cradle Cook would like to stay here for the purpose of soldiering a human swordsman. I'm gonna say no to that. It's because I don't need more humans in my forts. I got enough already. Needs logs. Well, we're out of wood again. There's plenty of wood up on the surface. It's not a huge deal. I'm just shocked that somehow we haven't pissed off the elves yet. There you go. I just hit the wrong button. All of these dwarves are hauling out those boulders. You like making above ground forts? I would, if you like making above ground stuff so much, just come up with some reason why they would build above ground. Justify it in your head. You know? Maybe there's a big old aquifer underneath you. The dwarf's like, well, fuck it. The walls must rise somehow. Just give it some logical reason. I'm gonna need to rebuild these anyway. But I much prefer, my favorite type of fort to build is cavern forts. I love digging down to the caverns and then building around in the caverns, because it really kind of limits your building area. And also there's always stuff going on in the caverns, like all those dead troglodytes there, which just makes it super interesting. And you get, ooh, the frame rate just like doubled out of nowhere. Weird. And you get all those exciting, fun underground things. Yeah, that half space is filled with water, yes. So we're gonna build, we've basically built a big old drowning maze, and a bunch of blood just appeared on the ground. Whose blood is that? Two-Ball. Who the frig is Two-Ball? Oh, probably because all of the traders left. I'm just assuming it's a guest. Huh. Someone want to clean that blood up? Oh, it was a ghost. So whoever it was is now dead. You. That's whose blood was on the ground. Bled to death. Slayed by the giant cave spider. Alright, so someone must have gotten, like, liquor spilled on them. Someone must have got, like, liquor spilled on them. With that person's blood on them, and it must have washed the blood off. Let's try to breach the caverns. Always breach the caverns, man. That's where the fun is. I mean, that's the whole purpose of this fortress, which is why I'm kind of far away from all the other civilizations, which is really neat, because then I can go up to the world map and watch this war happen. I've also just never seen a dwarven civilization spread out like this. They're all on a hunted biome, okay? And they're right next to the ocean. It's all an aquifer, and they're all helixes. Like, I want to know what happened there. And now they're just, like, en masse getting invaded by goblins. Like, why is there so many dwarven helixes here? Why are they in a haunted biome? Why are they on an aquifer? Why are they all helixes? Why are they in a beehive cluster? It's like something broke in the code right there. Meanwhile, this is our little fort over here. But like, what the fuck, man? Let's make sure I don't get... Connect it from the top and it'll be suspended freely from below. I mean, as long as something is connecting it to the ground, like, objects don't float in Dwarf Fortress. They obey gravity. So if you deconstruct everything underneath it and remove all attaches from the stuff from the top... Oh, hey, and there's more rumors. Yeah, even more armies have moved in. Trying to find that dwarf that just disappeared. It was Two-Ball. Was one of them, but that wasn't the one that I'm looking for. Aw, some of the weaponsmith is wandering around obliviously. That sucks. Someone was a legendary weaponsmith. I don't know. I don't like building above ground a ton. I like making like towers and stuff that's accessible from the underground. Like if I'm building something above ground, it's because I'm building out of the underground. I don't like just building above ground for the sake of it. Yeah, we lost a lot of dwarves to a giant cave spider, for those of you who don't know. We lost a lot of dwarves to a giant cave spider. But yeah, speaking of caves, we're going to remove the majority of, or use our drainage system for this is going to be the caverns, probably. I love how this center section that's full of water that was very awesomely spotted by Infinity is also just filled with fish. So you got like guppies, clown loaches, more clown loaches. It's like a giant fish tank. But first we got to get all this ore out of here. I've actually seen people build inverted pyramids in Dwarf Fortress Sacks. Orbital Fram, hi, hello. Welcome to my humble Twitch stream. I don't really need a boyer. Felt lonely after being away from family, dwelling upon having a drink without using a goblet, cup, or mug. That's your own fault. You should just go to the tavern. You want to master a skill. You've got a very good sense of empathy. You can join the military. It's fine. All right, what happened to all of my woodworkers? Got a whole bunch of carpenters that I don't need. Dwarf needs an empty bucket. Problem is, oh, I know why this ain't getting done. It's because my manager is dead to the world. All right, do I have any... All right, you can have that job. A Saab can have it. We're also going to move you onto record keeping, Adam. And our broker can stay on cut on that dwarf. All right, so I'm gonna need 2 new offices. So you can be our bookkeeper. What was the other thing I needed to do? I need to make an office for my manager. I was kind of working on that anyway, but... which means nothing's gonna get done for a hot second, but it's fine. I read the word pylon and I just think of StarCraft. I'm trying to think what they're trying to give water to. It's like, 'cause there's been some fighting, but Nobody in my fortress has been fighting. I don't think I ever listen to any music that isn't comfy, really. I think Deus Ex is like the least comfy I get. Yeah, there are some injured dwarves. Like, did none of these dwarves have woodcutting? No, a lot of them do. Just gonna turn off job cancellations. I'm assuming it's just because they're hauling boulders and not actually doing the job. I thought you were gonna type in lesbian ass, but you know. That's where I thought you were going with that, Tatanka. How you doing, man? I mean, because of course we require more lesbian ass. I mean, who doesn't? Really? You're like the least dwarfy dwarf I've ever met, Sax. Are you sure that you ain't some demon wizard? Yo, Tatanka, check this out. New toy that I can't use. So I don't have a preamp for it. Or an interface yet. It's okay. I'm not accusing you of being an evil wizard from an alternate dimension. I'm not, Sax. Why would I do that? I mean, it's not like I fostered an entire fortress of necromancers and probably killed my last world because of it and sold multiple copies of the Necronomicon to every faction that was willing to trade with me. I mean, I didn't, like, do that. Sad you live so far. I mean, I'd rather just have a new one. So if I have problems with it, I can just call them and be like, "Oi! Human died, dehydrated, that's fine." Like I said, they were down in the caverns when we closed the gates. It's their own fault. Hey, we've got all that wood coming. Two-Ball is throwing a tantrum. Again. And who is shocked? Nobody. I mean... Are you selling your old streaming audio interface then, Tatanka? Because this is the one I'm getting. I don't know which one you have right now, but the one that I'm getting is... that one. Sorry about the massive wall of Amazon link. But where I'm buying it, it's actually about $100 cheaper. It's not really a bad thing. I wouldn't say it's a bad thing. I'd say it's a really good way to inflate your military's kills. I had multiple dwarves with like 400 plus kills because they were killing hundreds of different limbs. You just end up with a lot of really beefy soldiers. And because I had a whole bunch of, like, necromancers in my fort, I managed to kill an entire elven invasion of about 150 elves with a single dwarf. Who just, like, dove in there and started hacking elves to bits. And then all my civilian necromancers just started rezzing everything, and the zombies just fight with everything, while my dwarf just, like, cut down every single elf and then cut down all the zombies. I don't know. I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. Just need to have a lot of good soldiers. As long as you have a decent number of good soldiers, you're pretty much fine. A lot simpler, yeah. Yeah, fair enough. I still miss your broadcasts, Tatanka, and I await the day that you come back, if you ever do. But, yeah, no, I the stuff that I'm buying is, I want upgrades. I don't want to just... Well, I mean, actually, here, 2 seconds. I want this gone, and I want to be able to stream that. So the intros of my streams will have vinyl. Because, as a certain viewer in this channel would say, I'm hipster trash. Because I'll just hold on. Excuse me. I'm sure I won't get immediately sued if I scream that. Just saying. Doesn't need a little bit of King Gizzard in their life. I should really just get a P.O. box so people can mail me vinyl. So I've had a couple people say, hey, do you want me to send you my old vinyls? I was like, yeah, I'll totally take your records. If you don't want them. That's a whole another chat. I'd love to chat with you about that at some point, Tatanka. Like, separating the hobby from the business, I guess. Right now, this over here is going to become my manager's office. The problem with, ooh, the human poet has shared more rumors from abroad. The problem that I have with audio, though, is most of the records we've mentioned here are going to immediately mute all of my VODs. Not exactly an option, right? Like, of course, I can occasionally mute a little bit of VOD. It's not gonna hurt nobody. But if my entire VOD's muted, there goes a lot of my YouTube content, which I'm sorry, YouTube peoples, but you guys, like, need to actually get something occasionally. So, what I need to do is the intelligent thing of, Troglodyte is fighting with the giant cave toad. Ooh, I wonder who's winning. Troglodyte scratches the giant cave toad in the front foot, tearing the fat. Giant cave toad misses the troglodyte. The troglodyte kicks the giant cave toad in the upper body with a right foot, bruising the muscle. Good luck. I'll say this. There's a psychedelic porn crumpets. Now it's time for the whatchamacallit in the mail. Coming over to my house at some point in the next 2 weeks. But anyway, a lot of those albums that we've just mentioned would totally mute my VODs, and I need video game soundtracks on vinyl to really be able to stream them, realistically. Currently there's one in the mail, which is a gift, but outside of that, I haven't bought any yet, because I am 8-Bit's all like, yeah, you can only get express one-day shipping on all of our products, so it's gonna cost you $70 to ship a single record. There's a few others that are like better-ish in pricing, but not by a lot. Nah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm certainly not made of money, Sex. I have an alright amount of money, but I'm certainly not made of money. I mean, heck, the only reason I'm able to afford a lot of these upgrades is because Spitalier gifted 169 fucking subscriptions this past week. So, you know. When I need them, yeah. Sax. Or no, not Sax, Boozler. When I need them, yes. This dwarf is, getting expelled, though. Get out of the map. Tired of having crimes. Lost your job recently? That blows, dude. Well, at least that just means more time for Twitch. What did he do wrong? Tantrumed. He's tantrumed 3 times in like the last 20 minutes. And I don't have a prison yet, so I can't really rehabilitate any dwarves. Oh shit, a dwarf's been possessed. Down in the kitchens. A possession. Craftsdwarfs? Yep. Claim the Craftdwarf shop. Well, technically, I've been unemployed and working for myself for a year, so... Lady Consort has been missing for a week. Well, she shouldn't go running around in the caverns, then. Two dwarves? That's sad. Were they not able to find a specific ingredient? You really have to be on the tip of your toes for that stuff. But yeah, no, I will have one video game vinyl within the next month, but... I mean, I've looked at quite a few, but I... Like, for example, I Am 8-Bit has, I want to say it's Monument Valley 1 and 2 that I've looked at. Yeah. The ones that I've looked at that I would like to buy are all actually mobile game soundtracks. Florence and Monument Valley 1 and 2. Florence is just really nice music. By the way, if you haven't played Florence, it's like $2 on your phone. It's 45 minutes long. Fantastic. Beautiful game. Absolutely gorgeous game. They also have the Gris soundtrack, which I would love. But that one's like a $50 double vinyl. Actually, no, it's 4. It's 4 discs. You hear winning is boring? No, I wouldn't quite say that. They also have all the Supergiant LVs, and like Banner Saga 3 is actually on sale right now. There's just other companies that have others that are cheaper. Why are you trying to lose, Caleb? Oh dang, they have What Remains of Edith Finch. They got so much Annapurna stuff, god damn it. Annapurna is upsettingly good as a publisher. The one that I'm sad that I can't get, Sax, is Sergeant Thunderhoof. Because his well, that band's vinyls all sell out in like 20 minutes. And they don't ever do reprints. Do me or Krug have a trading tutorial? What do you need explained about trading? But not that I'm aware of. I don't think Krug Smash has any other tutorials aside from just that one. What are you trying to figure out about trading? Trading is straightforward once you understand the UX for it. I like this person's fort designs. That was just posted on the Dwarf Fortress subreddit. Or that's at the top of the Dwarf Fortress subreddit. It's a human fortress. It really like makes my ideals when it comes to design happy. And haven't got anything? Next time I trade, I'll shout out your name. I'll scream your name real loud, so maybe you'll get to watch. I really like this is why I try really hard to not build squares. Where the heck is this dwarf going? Probably for bones. Yep. Bones! Bon voyage. I'm sorry that we're just like following this possessed dwarf. I just want to make sure they don't get pissed. More rumors? Speaking of rumors. Also, started watching a new show on Netflix last night, which just popped up on Netflix, called Messiah. Only seen the first 2 episodes, but pretty good so far. It's pretty good. You had a depot? I mean, I'm assuming you had a trade depot. Anyway, like I said, I'll show Bamboozler what you need to do. Did you actually make it into the trading menu, or did you just talk with the outpost liaison? Because it's certainly possible you didn't even make it into the trading menu. As you can find out if it's accessible by hitting Shift D. And it has to be within the green zone. It has to be wagon accessible. If it's not wagon accessible, then they can't get to it. Yeah, okay. It's highly possible you didn't even get into the trading menu. Because the outpost liaison, there's like the chat box, and then they ask you what you wish to import, and that's for the next one. Basically saying, hey, what specific thing would you like us to bring the next time we come here? It's assign location. The Sugar of Partners, which is my tavern. So now all of these people that are staying in the tavern, mostly bards and musicians, will be able to come back here and sleep. And a few mercenaries as well. Also, and this is like back on the video game vinyl topic, another reason I want to get some really good orchestral video game vinyls is I want to prove to my father that orchestral music actually gets used in video games, because my dad's very much a classical music guy, but believes that classical music is dead. And he thinks that like modern music is like partially to blame for that. And I want to prove to him that it's very much alive and well in video games. The only soundtrack so far that he's actually liked, though, that I've been able to show him is the soundtrack for a game called Virginia, which is literally just like 3 hours of music by the Prague Philharmonic Orchestra. It's such a fucking good soundtrack, although I don't think it's available on vinyl, which is unfortunate. I don't think he'd consider that music classical, but I do love Nier. It's music. I hate macros. Macros are really good if you're making like squares or patterns. I don't make patterns. My shit's all random. I swap it up too often. If everything looks identical, I get annoyed. So. Oh, you want 3 crossbows. Crossbow. Wood. Did you begin your mysterious construction? No, you didn't. What all do you have? Okay, spider soaks, you got your cloth, you got your bars. It said gems shining. I think I sold all my gems. All right, so let's I have 6 rough shell opals. Cut gems, cut shell opal. Leave that on repeat. Yeah, but not a lot of these don't have vinyls available. I've never, well, maybe they did at one point for Homeworld, but I haven't seen a single place where that's available for sale. And I've looked for it, actually. Oops, a lot. Just because a game has good music doesn't mean the vinyl is available. Like, Nier, or not Nier. Nier is really hard to get because it's almost always sold out, and also expensive. And Virginia doesn't even have a vinyl, so. Like, I'm sure there was probably collector's versions of that at some point, but I'm not going to go paying up for that stuff. There you go. He's begun his construction. Sweet. We got him his gems. Let's see how we're doing on the old drowning chamber. Still got a ways to go. I have a lot of strong dwarves. Although at the very least, cutting through that wall is like speeding this up a whole lot. Lady Consort has been found dead, dehydrated, after fighting off an entire army of troglodytes by herself, probably. There's also a dead dwarf sitting right there. Crap. Alright, well, I need to dispose of some bodies. So I'm gonna remove dump on all of this stuff here. Trying to find my coffins. There they are. Those will be two coffins right there. Here am I. Hello, Freeways. How was New Year and stuff? I streamed for 23 hours straight and then didn't really stream for 2 days. That's how New Year's was for me. So I would say good. It was good. Enjoy much. We unlocked a new emote, which is fucking great. And I bought a new microphone and I'm buying a new mixer. Because I currently don't have one. So we got a Tommy Wiseau emote. For anybody looking at the sub count, I don't normally have 496 subscribers. I'd say I have about 200. The rest are all gifted because Spitalier is super kind and so is everybody else. Nish, the Fisher Dwarf, has created a date palm wood crown. Really? And claims it is an heirloom in the name of the family ancestor Thykot Inked Marked. So Thykot the Tattooed. Yeah, totally fake. It's worth 44,400. This is Brutal Braids Rikkiraloth. This is a date palm wood crown. All craft worship is of the highest quality. It is encrusted with point cut shell opals and studded with iron. This object is adorned with hanging rings of gabbro and menaces with spikes of date palm wood. On the item is a large image of Burr Lee Parks, the dwarf, and a goblin in iron. The goblin is striking down Burr, Leaped Moors. The artwork relates to the killing of the dwarf Bar in Leaped Moors in Speak Gravel in the Walls of Slapping in the early summer of 213 during Osmoroz, the stormy attack. On the item is an image of Kozkoth, the storm relic, the dwarf in cave spider silk. Yeah, same. Bamboozler. Although usually that just means that you don't have enough space to store your seeds. Although I know for a fact I don't have enough space to store my seeds. You went on a trip with your friends to the beach and you're kind of worried about one of them because he's in the hospital with an arm infection. Oh, geez. That escalated quickly. What does going to the hospital with an arm infection and back, like, wait, what, how? That's distressing. Name it seed storage? I mean, no. But I am going to mine out this area and make an area for seed storage. I'm going to make a bunch of leather bags as well. It's like I could do that, but I won't. Although on the topic of taking a break, chat, I will be taking a couple of days off this month. I'm still not sure exactly at what point in this month that'll happen, but I'm very much planning on taking about 3 to 4 days off. It's gonna happen midweek, probably either next week or the week after. Depends on what happens. Whoa. There be blood everywhere. What just happened? There was some sort of fight that broke out. Did you tantrum? Okay, he tantrumed. And everybody just beat the ever-living shit out of him. He was found dead. Bar fight. Seems like what happened. I don't really see much foul play there. It seems to be over now at the very least. That sounds fine. What, that the dwarf has a conniption fit and then everybody else just like raffle stomped him? Still working on the boulders. Woke up, his arm was huge and he had a fever, so you took him to the hospital and the doctor said it was thrombo. Inside of a bus going home. I mean, it could be worse as long as he's, like, survives. Prob caused by the tattoo that he made. Can you please don't spam that, Tatanka? Well, I mean, if he's tattooing himself, that's kind of stupid. I mean, that's like saying, are you looking forward to a cool thing? No shit. I'm Bamboozler. There's no situation where I'm not looking forward to the new release. It's new to you? Well, please don't spam it. Is the digging going well? Generally, the digging goes well. Yeah, no, the whole point of that is to use it once. It's a way to say hello without actually typing into the chat. Okay, well, how about this? If you get a new tattoo and don't take proper care of it, or alternatively, don't take proper care of it and then go into the ocean, yeah, that you're just asking for... Like, that's you're literally going into water with a flesh wound. So I'm not surprised at all that this person got an infection in their arm. If they're in the ocean with an open cut, essentially. The guy didn't clean the needle? Yeah, that's his own stupidity. Like, there's... I have, like, a list of things to talk about. How your friend is an idiot in that case. Not quite saying that, you know, you're getting what's coming for you. Like, I hope your friend's okay. But, like, on the flip side, it's like, if you're getting a bacterial infection, it's probably more than just the needle. Like, that's most likely your friend not caring for it properly as well. Like, I'm talking from the point of view of somebody with multiple tattoos. There's a lot of ways you can get an infection. And generally, if you're getting a bacterial infection, the needle is the least of the concerns. Like, certainly it's a concern. Tattoos can go super wrong, though, if you get a bad artist. Make sure you have good artists, kids. I mean, I'll say this. Doesn't matter, like, if I had a fresh tattoo, doesn't matter. how well it's sealed, I'm not submerging it in the ocean. Just flat out. No fucking way in hell. Just no. Also because, like, if you have a fresh tattoo and you seal it with something and you sweat, you're gonna sweat the ink out. So sealing it in the first place is a bad idea. But sealing it and then swimming in potentially dirty water is like a double whammy of what the fuck, you're stupid. But it's also a possibility that you just went to a bad tattoo artist. Like, I'm concerned about him, and I hope that your friend's okay, but there's a lot of, like, possibilities there that are all really dumb. Basically, kids, tattoos are great, but, like, be careful with them. You can really hurt yourself. Like, it is a flesh wound. Yeah, just make sure that you let every single animal lick it as well, you know? And don't forget to shove it in the urinal. Just trying to get these dwarf corpses out of here. But yeah, I hope that your friend is okay. Also, I've got an eyelash in my eye, and I need to take a leak, so I will be right back. I've had a lot of coffee this morning. So real talk, I had a friend a number of years ago who I haven't spoken with in a long time, who got a really crappy tattoo done in a friend of his basement that just had some inspirational lines from Linkin Park lyrics on the inside of his arm along here. And it was just really, really bad, like written, like just text basically. It was a really crappy tattoo. And even he said at the time that he didn't really like it, but he's like, I'm keeping it because my friend did it, yada, yada, yada. So he had this tattoo and then decided it would be a really good idea to go on a road trip, like just a couple of days after getting the tattoo done, and drove most of the way across North America with his girlfriend, didn't clean it at all the entire time, and surprise, surprise, it got real badly infected, and he ended up in hospital and had to get a whole layer of skin removed. So it's like, the tattoo itself probably would have been fine, but it purely because he just didn't maintain it. He didn't moisturize it. He didn't wash it. He didn't take care of it at all. I don't know. I don't know how old your friend is, and I don't know how much experience your friend has, but if it was done by a crappy tattoo artist as well, also, like, just a reminder to everybody, maybe not a reminder, but just like a statement. if you're gonna get tattoos done, research your fucking tattoo artists. Like, the guy that does my tattoos has been doing tattoos for 15 years, has won awards in the industry, travels around for his art, does other types of art aside from just tattoo work. Like, tattoos are not the only thing he does. He does do tattoos, but he also does glasswork and stained glass window design. And he is a very talented artist outside of just tattoo work. So for me, like, that's a very important thing there. It's like, he's not just a tattoo artist. Yeah, exactly. Also, realize tattoos are a form of self-harm. So just make sure you heal correctly. Like, and that's why my mother hates my tattoos, but because it's a form of self-harm. But just take care of yourself out there. Okay, I need to queue up some more slabs so that we don't get ghosts in here, because a lot of deaths have happened recently. We've already got a ghost, actually. Ghosts can cause more death. Anyway, enough about tattoos. Hope everybody out there is having a solid afternoon. And just a reminder, you know, if you wanna support the audio broadcast with Dwarf Fortress in the background streams, or the little videos I do, or you want the occasional cooking video when I actually get them edited, supporting me on Patreon goes a long way, because I do this full time. That's how I'm here between 7 to 10 hours a day, 7 days a week. You're eating yakisoba? Homemade yakisoba? Homemade yakisoba is pretty fucking pog, I gotta say. Okay, so we're gonna remove everything but seeds. And barrels are set to 0. Excellent. And also, if you just want more Dwarf Fortress content, here's a link to one of the more recent videos that I did, little edited videos. They're just a few minutes long, and they're little lore videos. I've got another one that's like mostly Duns-ish, should be up by Wednesday. I've kind of like, I'm not gonna say gotten lazy. I think that would be a bad word to use. I think slowed down because of the New Year's and the holiday and everything. By making it too fancy. Nothing wrong with making yakisoba too fancy, but I know what you mean. I need to try some of the teriyaki plates and stuff that the sushi place close to me recently, that recently opened has. We got plenty of meat and fish, so we're going to make a bunch of meals. We also have a ton of leather. Let's make leather leggings, 60 of them. Leather cloak, 60. Leather dress, 60. I'm also gonna make some more leather works down here. I read that his human Spider-Man has been missing for a week. This is just a funny sentence to read. I mean, the little edited videos I do take me about 6 to 10 hours to do properly. There's a few that I've put out that I genuinely feel that I rushed, which I'm not proud of. And I've kind of decided to stop doing that. So they take me about 6 to 10 hours, and it gets you about 5-6 minutes of footage. Which is kind of not great. It's a lot of work, and I'm not going to say I don't get paid for them. I do. I get paid for them in the Patreon money. But, oh, my mayor's mandated certain constructions of certain goods. You want more crossbows, eh, boss? So yeah, it is quite a lot of work for the actual outcome. But, you know, a lot of people have seen those videos and come over to the stream because of it, which I think is a very positive thing. No, totally. And because of those little videos, a lot of people have found my YouTube channel and have started watching these streams in an offline format, which is fantastic. Adam, the engraver, is experiencing emotional shock, probably because of the corpses that you're standing next to. That might have something to do with that. And let's also make gold hatch cover 3. There should be a kind of award or this week's best lore video or like hits. I don't know. I don't know if that's necessarily necessary. Infinity. A lot of that stuff generally doesn't bring a lot of exposure to the original content. A lot of it just kind of makes money for whoever's making the compilation video. I wouldn't I don't find them particularly funny. There's a ghost! Let's see if I have any slabs I can put in here. Cool. I do have a bunch of memorials ready. I mean, usually all that those are is it's just somebody putting together compilation stuff. Yeah, I'm not sure what you're suggesting. You've completely lost me on your point here, Infinity. Like, why would somebody go around and make compilation videos of best lore video? I don't know, it just makes no sense. But, maybe I'm just, like, missing your point. Oh, you just had a brain fart. Okay, I gotcha. No, I think Infinity's just having like a classic experience of English not original language problems. That's all. Yeah, that was random when we had that person who was just like, hey, can you make a video reacting to this video so I can react to it? And they were being completely serious. I was like, no. No, I'm not gonna do that. Unfortunately, a lot of my videos haven't been getting upvoted. Like, the one that I'll be on. Okay, so a little while ago, I put up a Today in Dwarf Fortress that was 6 minutes long, and I probably put around 15 hours into that video of work, and didn't even break 200 views on YouTube. I lost subscribers when I put it up, and it got downvoted on the Reddit, which very much means it's probably not a good video. But on the flip side, it's like... It's all good, Infinity. And it's like, that's happened a couple times. Granted, I also sometimes will put up a video and it'll get 2,000 views, and yay, but it's just 2,000 views. And it's like, well... Realistically, on YouTube, in order to actually be getting somewhere, you need to be getting like 30, 40,000 views a video. And it's... This is an exceptional Micah memorial to Sodal. It reads, in memory of Sodal, born in 169, bled to death, slain by the cave crocodile. Cavern tapered in 253. R.I.P. I hate to break it to you, Ovsalot, but nobody looks at shit on my Discord. But yes, I did. It's not like putting it on my Discord is gonna get me hundreds of views. Putting it on my Discord gets me... Maybe it doesn't? Which isn't nothing. But the actual amount of traffic I get from Discord is like not a lot. On anything. Discord used to be huge, but around the time that every single stream on the internet got a Discord, they became much less of a thing. It really brings in a lot of views. Realistically, like, on YouTube, it's a lot of luck. It's a lot of luck and getting pointed at by bigger creators. That's word of mouth and being recommended by larger creators is two of the only ways to really grow on YouTube quickly. And the videos that I make aren't really, like, impressive enough visually to explode. Why are you throwing a tantrum? You were a really happy dwarf. I mean, clearly not. Yikes. That's not okay. The fact that one of my militia commanders is having a panic attack. Not even sure why. I guess he did watch a bunch of friends die. But yeah, why do you ask if I put it up on my Discord? I put everything up on my Discord that I make. I'm very scared. There's a Swordmaster right now. Who just went and... kicked the dog. Hobo Kev just went and kicked the dog. Or Stone Hobo, rather. This isn't the original tile set. This is a customized version of Krug Smash's tile set. Now he's listening to a story, so that's fine. I think it's time to take the dwarves off of combat training for a little bit. Zaphon, the Swordmaster, has bestowed the name Mebinthibum? Mebinthibum upon a steel short sword. No, this isn't vanilla. This is just, it's like partially ASCII. So there's enough ASCII here that it kind of looks like the original tile set, but it isn't. The only person who streams frequently that I know who uses like just vanilla ASCII is Cupo. I could use the vanilla one, but I think that I'd get more complaints than anything. Because not everybody who watches is used to watching pure ASCII. Unfortunately or unfortunately, for better or for worse, I do need to have a visually readable to the untrained eye like presentation for the game, or people just get kind of confused. Although here's a cool thing that I got a confirmation back on this morning is I can't give you guys an exact date yet because I don't have one, but sometime in the next 90 days we will be streaming Dwarf Fortress on the front page of Twitch. Wonder if that's a first. I like how you guys both just like doubled up. And ideally we'll have our full new audio setup by then too. So the actual presentation of this chill as fuck stream will be ready. We'll be ready. Should I get the Steam version of this game? I mean, it's not out yet, Orbital Fram. So, I mean, sure, when it's out. But you can get the free version right now and not have to spend a cent. So are you asking if you should wait for the Steam version? Is that the question? Oh, absolutely. The free version will still be around. They'll just be calling it DF Classic, and the only difference is it won't include all of the Steam exclusive features, so it won't include workshop support, and it won't include what's the word I'm looking for here? It won't include that tile set, and there will be other things that won't be. Nope. There isn't already a Steam version. There is a Steam page, but it's not out yet. We got a little ways to go. Also, this area is almost fully cleared out, which makes me super happy. No, so all of the like user experience improvements to my knowledge are not going to be Steam exclusive. You just won't get that tile set. But there's going to be a lot of quality of life features that are just going to be added to both versions of the game that aren't going to be exclusive. Can I expel you and not feel bad about it? Yes. Get out. There's a legacy Windows. Just download the, okay, hold on. I'm not sure what you're looking at. That right there is what you should download. I'm assuming you're brand new to Dwarf Fortress then, Orbital Frame? I don't know why you're looking at the older versions.html. Well, if you're completely new, I'm not really one to say, hey, stop watching my stream, but I have a 30-minute video for you to watch by my friend Krug Smash. Watch that video. It'll make your life much easier. Once you're done watching that video, come back, and if you have any questions, let me know. You need some tutorials? I have some on my channel as well, but that'll get you much further. Man, there's just like dwarves getting fucking murdered everywhere. Man, my manager's even getting in on the fights. Krug must do long time fortress. Krug must do long time fortress. Krug fortress long time must do. Do must long fortress. There is no Krug. Are you fucking Yoda? Hey, Wokovi. What's up, dude? Do or do not. There is no fortress. There's just like crossbows and shit just everywhere. There must. Shit. Now I have that song stuck in my head. Thanks, Hobo. You've done us a grand service on this fine afternoon. Hobo's just like, just here to entertain, man. Just here to entertain. Also, sorry for mocking you, but that was just a really funny line of words. All right, so Hobo's real depressed. We're gonna go poke some cobs. Fetid tub. Did the pits falter? $10,000 goblins. Damn. That's a lot of goblins. How about this one? Another 10,000 plus goblins. Another 10,000 plus. I just need to expel dwarves left and right now. If I see any tantrums, I just gotta immediately expel them. Having trouble with my eyes today. It's rather frustrating when, like, you just want to stream and your eyes don't want to work. Let's just find a random dwarf. What are you upset about? Actually, you know what I need to do? Let's do this. Make a big-ass table down here. Let's just make a big old secondary dining room. Yep, a little bit too late. Those yellow gamer glasses, you mean? I would rather cut my hands off, not attempt to play video games. You don't need to tell me what glasses I do or do not need. You also don't need to tell me what snake oil I need to pay attention to or not. Because that's what that shit is. It's fucking snake oil. Most of that shit is just fucking snake oil. I really wish it wasn't the case, but the problem is they, you know, create a product that is just largely snake oil and then sell it to all the cool gamer kids. Then everybody who just doesn't pay attention to that stuff just buys it, and then they're like, hey, I have the gamer glasses. Keeps your headlight fluid squeaking? I don't even know what you're talking about. Now we're gonna get positive moods from eating in a legendary dining room. Let's make a food pile. Back here. Sure, let's leave that for all food. Does help with some. Well, you want to know what also helps with some, Vengaze? Just turning your monitor contrast down. Now, I have really shitty eyes. So if I'm having trouble with my eyes, it's got nothing to do with the monitors. Some days my eyes just don't behave. It's like, to an extent, yes. Those gamer glasses do help some. But another thing that also helps some... Yeah, I need to expel this dwarf. Sorry, Hobo, you're getting expelled. I don't care. You've committed enough crimes. You've murdered 3 dwarves in the span of a couple of minutes. What do you need? Oh, I have a new mare. Hops is my mare. Huh. Oi! I don't need surprise lyrics in my music that I'm listening to. There you go. We've upgraded Endok, who's one of my better military dwarves. What the hell, you'll do that? I like sleeping more than 5 hours. Sleeping more than 5 hours is lovely. Was my mare just... Hobo, did you kill my mare? I think you did. Hobo, you killed my mare. Damn. Saturday. Tapioca. Yep, it's coming to itch.io as well. That's why everybody's like going on and on and on about the Steam release, and I'm just like, I can't wait to buy it on itch. It's like me and approximately 4 other people are gonna buy it on itch. So here's the thing. That might be video worthy. Militia commander, upset with their job that they were assigned, murders the one in charge. It's kind of beautiful, really. But achievements? Achievements are schmeevements. Interrupted by Bard. Is there a combat Bard running around? Yeah, there's just like a pissed off Bard somewhere. No, where are you? I have no idea. Somewhere there's a Bard that's just like interrupting people, which means there's a Bard trying to attack people. Somewhere. Yeah, no, if the Steam version has achievements, that's gonna be weird. What's in 7 minutes and 26 seconds? Not the most, like, insane or anything. It's just been pretty chill. Valinor. It's been pretty chill. Chat, how's Dwarf Fortress stream been for you today? Rate Dwarf Fortress today out of 10. Cancels pickup equipment interrupted by what? What Bard? Don't lie to me, B-Lug. Come on, it's clearly a 9.6. Although if there's achievements in the Steam version, I might be able to get Kiri to play it. We haven't had any Forgotten Beasts show up. I might actually just boot. You know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna do this. Get all of these goddamn visitors out of here. Just make them all leave. So they keep on harassing my dwarves. Oh, they probably would be. Most of the Caves of Cut achievements I've been getting are like, kill 100 of this thing, or read 100 books. But I've never... Like, there's so many that are just like, stumble upon insert random event that's extremely unlikely that you may or may not run into ever. which are certain, like, Dwarf Fortress achievements would need to be like, I don't know. I don't even know. Chat, like, what's a Dwarf Fortress achievement you'd love to see? This dwarf is just, like, trying to attend a meeting and keeps on panicking. What the frick? Do I need to replace you? Or catch a dragon in a cage. Could be one. Have more cats than dwarves. That's extremely easy. I'm sorry, but like, that is extremely easy. Have more cats than dwarves. I think a secret achievement should be how did we get all these tables? Make 10,000 tables. Butcher all of the animals. There obviously has to be one which is just find hell, right? Just get to hell. But it would need to be a secret one. Because spoils. Make your... I mean, like, those are just the ones that you'll just get for playing, right? So we don't equip... This isn't RimWorld. Animal. Tables are not war crimes in Dwarfort. Dwarfort doesn't need to reference like its little cousin. It's cute that its little cousin exists, but like Dwarf Fortress is just better than that. War crime jokes aren't relevant in a game with no war crimes. Well, different kinds of war crimes, but not having beer is a war crime, yes. Wipe out enemy races, so wipe out the survive the Mega Beast extinction, yeah. Yeah, I like that. Have every single race as a mayor at different times. How about having a member of every single race in the world that is sentient as a member of your fortress? Or like having a healthy population of plump helmet men join your fortress. I have no idea. Is it even possible for a giant to, say, be a member of, like, a performance troupe or something? 'Cause if it is, that's news to me. Random dwarf. Just doesn't feel anything after seeing a troglodyte's dead body. An artisan, their materials, and the tools that shape them. Yeah, it's like less than a single % that could happen. Born in your fort, die of old age? Ooh. 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 That could be hard. Or just natural causes in general. I mean, in theory, they could leave your fort. Have a vampire or a necromancer as mayor. A vampire is king of your civ. Last bout? Of what? On the topic of watching things, anybody planning on watching any Games Done Quick? Because I'm currently watching some Games Done Quick. Friend of mine is running. Covert Muffin. Just waiting for them to remove these boulders. Oh, Splatterface. Gotcha. Who's fighting? I don't think I've watched that one yet. Was that the one from last night? Was that the Lady Whitefur and the Beatles fight? Nope. I have not seen the Dirty Boys versus Shrieking Sounds. Have not. So no spoils, please. I was trying to convince a friend of mine to stream Dwarf Fortress at TwitchCon, and he's like, could I speedrun that? And I was just like, speedrun? Dwarf Fortress? Kind of? Kind of, not really. It's really kind of dumb speedrun. Just dig straight down. Yeah, you can do hell percent. Or embark. Well, I mean, not really. Well, it depends. Are you trying to go for like full everybody dead percent? Because yeah, just embark on a terrifying biome. No, but you can dig down to the depths. To me, like the only real, like Dwarf Fort speedrun is get to hell and die to the devils. Losing is fun, yes. But yeah, no, that's kind of like the Dwarf Fortress endgame is dying to the devils to me. So it's like, that's kind of your loss percent if you're gonna do any. I need a lot of doors. Most of my bedrooms don't have doors. I mean, I've never even seen a whale in Dwarf Fortress, let alone a zombie whale. Need to make an ammo stockpile. I have like this big all items stockpile right here, and nobody is using it for some inexplicable reason. I don't know why, but the whole clowns thing just bugs me. Let's just say it what it is. But sure, I have no idea what I'm talking about, Ocelot. None whatsoever. Alright, well, they're certainly putting away the ammo, so that's nice. I mean, that's not too far. You can sort of do a thing like that, Infinity. Could be a Moby Dick spoof. It's like Moby Dick and zombies and vampires. It's like all those Pride and Prejudice and zombies things. Like I said, I've embarked on the ocean many times. I've never seen anything outside of like, I've seen giant jellyfish a couple times. That's like maybe the coolest thing I've seen in the ocean, but I've never seen a whale or a shark. Both of which I'm told are in the game. I've bought whale meat and whale blood and whale oil off of humans, but I mean, first you have to get one. However, I have found and tamed a dragon before, so. I'm not sure. Bamboozler. Before they suffocate? Right, yeah, I didn't even think about that bit. Not in Fortress mode, Animal. We've been over this a lot of times, but once you have a curse, you can't have another curse. So you can either be a were creature, a vampire, or a necromancer. You can't be all three. That is true. Dragon Rando showed up. Realistically, we were probably just in its mountain. Oh, there's a dead human. Probably died of old age. The wet season has arrived. Yep. Just died of old age. It's fine. That human was pretty old. He was in his 80s. Strange how necromancy is the only magic. Why is that strange? They just haven't put more magic in the game yet. I don't think that's necessarily strange. It's just a game's not done yet. After Z big wait, it's gonna be a long time. It's gonna be a long time before there's more magic. Until then, the only more magic that you'll get is, I'm gone. And now I'm back. And now I'm gone. And now I'm back. And now I'm gone. Now I'm over here. Now I'm gone. And I'm back. Magic. Ha! I am Wizard. Best Wizard. Jesus fuck! I hate you, B-Lug, so much. You have no idea. You are so fucking mean. Now B-Lug's just gonna give me nightmares. I hope so, because I'm gonna get rid of it if you don't. Hey guys, I mean, we only need like 67 more subscribers to unlock an emote. Maybe we could get a Crypt Rip, which would just be a ghost or something. Kick ass? I'm not sure which one you're talking about. For some reason, I thought we had a whole bunch of shells. Oh, did I not assign the mayor his new bed? Whoops. Hops, the mayor! Although I'm totally fine with having a new mayor, because my old mayor kept making me make crossbows, and that just won't do. Wants his quarters to be nicer. Oh, you just wanted to change it? Gotcha. Well, we need to find you one that doesn't make me scream. Like, it'd be real good for Halloween, but like... Jeez. I need to watch this. And now I'm back. And now I'm gone. Magic! Ha! I am Wizard. Best Wizard. Oh, you didn't put in the part where I got spooked. I'm sad. I'm sad. I thought you'd spook it at me, but you didn't. You don't like to be spooked? Okay, fair. Human spearman has been found dehydrated, probably out in the caverns. Yep. I think it's time for us to dig down a little bit. I think we'll just dig out to about there. I can just imagine be like chuckling every single time he uses that command. Up, I'm thirsty, what do? I mean, there's water like everywhere. Oh, that's the wrong button. How did that person that I gave the tutorial to has found that Krug Smash video helpful? I didn't go high enough up. There we go. Such chill music. I'm gone. Maybe they found Krug Smash and you'll see them again in a week with severe DF withdrawal? Wait, what do you mean? Why would they have withdrawal? Well, I mean, like, they were just, like, stating that they were new to Dwarf Fortress, so I was all like, here's a tutorial. But why would that give you withdrawal? Wouldn't the opposite happen? Oh, wow. These caverns are real close together. How deep is this map? Oh, dang. Chat, this map is 60-something layers deep. That's impressive. It's only like 60. Huh. Weird. That is really, really weird. Yeah, it does. But it also means magma's closer. No, my last one was like over 200 of Salon. No, it's not deep. I mean, 120 or 127 is like pretty average. Like, that's usually what I expect. But let's go down to like layer 50. But let's just get the lay of the land here, shall we? Because maybe we can do some stuff with magma. Maybe.
Oh, it's you.
Hey, Kibbs. How you doing, man? Oh, it's a sound effect that doesn't make me shit my pants. Feels good, man. Digging down. Digging down. How's Kibbs on this fine day? No, you're just chilling until dinner? Good stuff. I've like learned how to cook steak recently and pork butt, and it makes me really happy. Like, I've been practicing cooking all the different types of meats that my ex hated. So like, I keep buying pork butt, which is a really cheap cut of pork, and just like making that in pesto pasta. So I've had that like 4 days in a row. It's real tasty. All right, let's see. Oh, there's magma. Dang. Yeah, no, magma's at layer 42. That is extremely shallow. I have a ceramic pan. I don't have a cast iron, no. And no, I'm not gonna buy another pan. I own 2 pans already. I have a ceramic one and then a steel one. Yeah, no, we can totally just go down here and make magma forges at layer 42. I didn't realize how shallow this map was because I never looked. Yeah, no, that's fair. I mean, I don't know. I've got a really nice ceramic pan, which I really, really like, but it's way too big to reasonably use it for one person. And then I have my little stainless steel pan. So that's, I don't know. It's just what I use because it's what I've got, and it's not super high on my priority list. I wouldn't mind getting a full new set of cooking gear, but I'm spending enough money on tech stuff right now. Like, you know, audio interfaces, microphones. Unfortunately, pan's kind of taking a back burner. This is going to be our magma forges. So I don't need to worry about chopping down so much wood. And we can become a lot more low-key deep down in the depths. I don't know what those end tunnels will be for. We'll figure it out. Maybe more forges. Now I'm wondering why my dwarves aren't, like, coming down here. Is there any particular reason, dwarves? It's probably because they're still dumping boulders. Yep. Still dumping boulders. You know what? How much of those boulders have we cleaned out of the bedrooms? Quite a few, actually. They'll all get cleared out eventually. I also didn't hit the third cavern layer while we were digging. It's a little bit concerning, but, like, kind of not really. How many iron bars do I have right now? Probably quite a few. Yep. 97, in fact. So, one of the first ever, I guess, roguelike-y games I ever played was a game called Dungeons of Doom, which I probably played in about 2003, 2002. This was before I discovered games like Moria and Angband. It was a game on the Apple II. And it was black and white. Actually had like a tile set and stuff. And I was just, playing. And I decided to eat a whole pie because same thing. It was going to go bad and rot. So I ate the whole pie. You want to know what happened? My fucking stomach exploded. It literally gave me this little blot of text saying you gorged yourself to the point of nausea, and then you lay down and died as like acid seeped out of your stomach, and I was slightly disturbed. Oh no. Wormstone's been detected. Alright, well, shit. I guess I'll have to do this all on an upper layer. You know what? Just channel out one layer there. Wrong button, I'm sorry. Oh, no, I haven't discovered the Great Magma Sea yet. Hit dig instead of mine. Or instead of channel. Come on, Dwarf. There we go. Now we know where it is. We found magma, chat. Which means I can probably mine through that and be fine. Also, magma is filling up that little stairwell that we dug. Basically, I should build upstairs is what I'm saying. Magma forges are a mother freaking go, but it's gonna take 10 billion years to dig this out, so. It's gonna take us 10 billion years to take it all out. Let's see if we have any magma friends. Magma crabs. That seems to be it. I'm out of water. I'm gonna go refill it. BRB. You know, chat, I really wish that my water filter had a smaller spout on it. It's like the biggest fucking first world problem. But the spout that it has on it is large, which makes it very difficult to pour it into a water bottle. Wait, what do you mean? If not more hours of being worried of thunder in the game? What do you mean? You're glad thunder never actually hit anything in RCT2? Oh, really? Just in case anything got hit? Huh. You were always paranoid things would get hit by lightning? It's a good thing you never played Parkitect when you were younger. Because Parkitect cares about those sorts of things. Chat room, did you guys ever, like, take part in any video game rumors when you were younger? Like, things that you were convinced could happen in games because friends told you? Even if it was utter bullshit? Because I was convinced about a few things. In various games when I was younger. You remember rumors about Fallout 2? Yep. Most of the ones that I knew were like related to Grand Theft Auto and stuff. Your brother told you he disabled graffiti and vandalism? Can't you do that, though? Am I mining tetrahedrite? Oh, wow. Shit. Would sing a duet with the main boss if you brought him to the boss fight. Huh. Alright. I mean, that's something that I could actually see Fallout doing now. That's a pretty good one. Even the games or magazine? Huh. Yeah, it's a good rumor. Most of them these days are just like creepypastas or like Fortnite rumors. You know, I'm almost tempted to just go into the INI files and disable pausing on Wormstone detected for this. It's a myth from a Czech fan page. All right. Also, that was like back before Reddit detectives, so you had way less fact checking going on. Although I'm sure there's plenty of Dwarf Fortress rumors that aren't true. I'll also bet that there's plenty of stories that have been told in Dwarf Fortress that aren't actually true, that people claim are. I'm sure. Yeah, just gonna open up the INI files and see if I can figure out how to disable that. Desktop, DF, data, init. Is it D init or just init? Control F. Warm stone. Yeah, okay, we're gonna have to open up the other file. Texture pack, normal mouse, yes. Key repeat. Macro 15, VSync. Is it's warm underscore stone? Apparently can't find it. Am I in the wrong one then? Interface, arena, announcements. Maybe it's in announcements. Nope. Which folder is it in, do you know? I don't know, Animal. Why? Magma dephases engraving. Huh. Today I learned. I'm looking for it. But I haven't found it yet. I very much doubt it's been updated or changed, but is this live? It is indeed live, yes. Yeah, I can't find it, so maybe they did change it. Oh well, whatever. Why is my eye misbehaving so much today? It's a pain. Just, you know, digging above magma, which means crying because the game pauses itself every 3 seconds. Also, heads up, chat room, investments are open if you want to invest your tickets. Well, I don't have DF hack installed, so shrug. Why would you have to reload all the time? At least you have ad-free viewing, so it doesn't matter too much. I'm well aware of this, Belug. What's your point? At least the top half should just get mined out. It's just the lower half that I'm gonna have to do manually. I'm pretty sure Elfsalot knows, but eh. I'm kind of expecting those magma crabs to just kind of walk over here and just climb out. Let's just like floor that up before problems happen. Yeah, it's just the lower half that's gonna take a little while. I mean, it's one of those things that I'll figure it out off stream, but I'll have this done by the time stream's done, so. Fortunately for me, it doesn't matter all that much. You know what makes me like unreasonably happy, chat? One of my favorite streamers has returned recently. He streamed a whole lot of Halo Combat Evolved speedruns of all goddamn things. And because of the Halo Master Chief Collection being released onto PC, he's like come back to streaming. He hasn't streamed since 2014. And it's been really weird, like piling into that channel and seeing a bunch of names in that chat that I haven't seen since like 2012. 2011, and then like we've all been following him for like 9 years, and he's like, Jesus Christ. Just like this random streamer who hasn't streamed since 2014, and then suddenly all these people pile in and resub. At which point he's like, yeah, I've actually been streaming this whole time. We're all like, what? He's like, yeah, just on a different account. Apparently we have a migrant wave. I'll take a look at them in a second. It's more than just a single migrant. Or maybe it is just a single migrant. Yeah, it's not plural. I guess it is just a single migrant. Weird. You. Find skill mastery off pudding. Sloppy with their living space. Where'd you come from? She's a member of the Galley of Brilliance. Little weird. Yeah, her hair is clean shaven, which is common for vampires. No relations, just a deity. Needs alcohol to get... That is suspicious, actually. Although she does claim she needs alcohol to get through the working day. I also see a dead dwarf up here. Not your doing, though. Oh, it's corpse is forbidden. That would do it. I want to see this dwarf go drink alcohol. The internet almost doesn't? What myth are you referring to? Like if this dwarf goes and drinks. Let me go listen to a story. I should give this, you know what? Just because Yuzurun yelled vampire, we're gonna name it you, and we'll check in on you every now and again, Yuzurun, and see if you are a vampire. Unless you want your name on a different dwarf. But that one is oddly suspicious. Besides, being a vampire might be fun. You can become a very professional lever puller. God, this is a shallow fort. But yeah, basically we just need to make sure that you drink alcohol. As long as you drink alcohol, you're good. Also, it's not going to take too long to get the forges set up. How many anvils do I have right now? I got 10 iron anvils in total. 6 unused. So getting magma forges set up, actually not that big of a deal. That's going to be the first one. And then it's just going to be a matter of setting up a stockpile. You know, actually what we might do is fill out this area down here, because this area will be real quick to dig out. Beneath this thing, this area, and that can be our forge. Or not our forge, our stockpile, storage. No forgotten beasts today. Well, you know what? I should buy that overland vinyl. I forgot about that one. Just popped back into my brain. That'd be a good one. Assuming it actually gets funded. Should pledge for it. Hill Titan attacked your fortress and fell in the volcano. Oh, really? That must be terrible. I once had a dwarf fall into a volcano and it fell all the way down like 100 Z levels. It was funny, and the only reason I knew that the dwarf fell into the volcano was all of a sudden I discovered adamant. I was like, wait, what the fuck? And it's literally because a dwarf fell, saw the adamant. It's just their last thought, adamantine, praise the miners. Oh, really? That's hilarious. Feel like? I mean, it's horrible. I wouldn't wish that on anybody. Imagine just like slowly melting to death. Why would I wish that on anybody? That's horrendous. You've had that happen? It's a common occurrence near a volcano, I think. It's only a matter of time before someone jumps. It's okay. I'm sure by that point, like, most of, you know, most of yourself is just dead and gone at that point. Or is pushed. This is Sparta, I guess. So are there any dwarves that don't need alcohol to get through the day? If they don't need alcohol to get through the day, then they're not a dwarf. And they're some form of spy or cursed creature. It's like dwarves need alcohol like humans need water, right? It's like, yeah, you can live off of only Mountain Dew, but you'll kind of get sick eventually, right? And that's just like dwarves and water, right? It's where they get most of their calories from, because they don't actually eat all that much. I want abstract thinking. They get really grumpy. And they get a lot of bad moods from it, which could cause tantrums. Speaking of dwarves getting water, let's check in on that farmer Userune. Hasn't had any alcohol yet. All right. So far, so good. Mm-hmm. I know. I know, Userune, I know. That's very suspicious. I had someone in the channel get all contempt with me when I was all like, yo, it's weird that this dwarf was raised by elves. And they're like, wait, why is it like so absurd? We're both mayors? Oh, really? At least we know that our mayor isn't a vampire. Hops isn't a vampire. The last vampire I had literally had a description at one point is unfettered after seeing last person that was found completely drained of blood die. I was like, busted. Gotcha. You're mine. It's like a little bit of a giveaway right there. A little bit of a giveaway. Which is, you know, part of the fun. Spotting vampires is it's a good time. We'll check in again in a couple of minutes. So there was one time I had a elven vampire lasher visit. So it looked like one of these visitors, where it says guest, except instead of saying human poet, it was a gray name, and it said Lafayette something dipped in chocolate doo-doo, and then it said elven vampire lasher. That's the one time I've had them pop into the fort, and it didn't kill anybody. It just like showed up and chilled for a bit and hung out in my tavern and shared some rumors and then left. It was a very uneventful visit. So that's the one time I've seen a vampire like show themselves, but usually they hide their identity. Actually, another tell sign. Let's check this. She's unfocused after being kept from alcohol. Unfocused after being kept from alcohol. But that's not what I'm here to look at. Okay, so you do have some passing acquaintances. Those are new. The thing that I'm here to look at. You're a talented line maker, competent animal trainer, adequate counselor, competent poet, adequate speaker, and a competent dancer. They were actually human in disguise. I have no idea, but it was weird. Tapioca, it was really weird. It was one of the first ever like one of the first fortresses I built, so it really freaked me out. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. Regardless, just means things are a little interesting. Uh-oh. Kind of chucked a couple corpses out of there a little bit. Sima, are you completely insane still? Or have you, like, gained some of your sanity back? Nope, you're just utterly harrowed. Fantastic. It's like nobody's come down here to work on these. Yeah, construction inactive. Needs architecture. Architecture? Architecture. Also, chat room, I should mention again, my phone did me a favor recently and decided to make Twitter stop working mysteriously on my phone. So I'm doing myself a favor and just saying fuck it. And I'm not gonna use Twitter on my phone for a bit. So I deleted Twitter on my phone. Probably a good thing. I still will be on Twitter on my computer, but means there will be less random thoughts posted. Why am I dumping that? There will be less random crap on Twitter. Yeah, no, at the time I never actually looked back into it. Hey, B-Lug became a brewer. This is gonna be for ore down here. Sometimes you just have to, like, take a blessing when it's handed to you, you know? Okay. So hopefully they'll go do that next. Can also smooth this whole thing. It's gonna take a little bit for my dwarves to get down here, but you know. Cancelled because they found warm stone. Even though it's all good, it's all fine and dandy. Let's check in on that dwarf again. Yeah, we've had a couple of weird dwarves show up today. Yeah, I'm mostly convinced this is a vampire. Wants to practice a craft. Yeah, I think we got a vampire in the fortress, chat. But, you know, nobody's popped up dead yet. I'm gonna give you a task to do. Vampire! I'm kind of sad that nobody's typed an exclamation point vampire yet. Bob Ross channel points emotes. That's funny. Hey, Spitalier's constructing a building for me. The heck is that? Fire snake! I don't know what a fire snake is, but there's fire snakes walking around. Just little vermin. Nothing to really be concerned about. Hollowing out these halls of the depths down in the deep. That's what you... Is this... I don't know if this quite counts as digging too deeply. So we're not even that deep. We just dug and like hit the bottom real quick. It was weird. Fire snake? That's funny. Wormstone detected, that's fine. Mine through that. Not sure why I'm digging those tunnels. We can just stop that. Does that stuff actually just get done? How about add new task? Smelt tetrahedrite ore. Put that on repeat. So that's what's down here, is tetrahedrite. Now we have a lot of magnetite and a lot of tetrahedrite. Boom. Which means the future is bright. If you're a big old fan of tetrahedrite. I'm kind of keeping the GDQ stream open because Awesome Games Done Quick. Is it Awesome Games? Yeah, it's Awesome Games Done Quick is happening now. And I'm kind of just sitting here and hoping I get gifted a sub. But there's also like, what, 190,000 people, 140,000 people watching right now. So the chances I get that are kind of nil. But it's fine. I will continue to hope. Bow, bow, dow, dow. Dow, 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 dow. I actually know some people that are running this year too. Does anybody here watch any Games Done Quick stuff? Because I quite enjoy it every year. Only very rarely? Gotcha. I don't know. I look forward to it every year. It's just, I don't know. It's just a fun event. It's kind of like the closest thing we really have to like a video game. It's kind of the same reason I look forward to EVO. It's like a big old video game sports event. It's like, is it super important? Nah. But, you know, they raise a lot of money for good causes every year, and they show off some cool games that I don't get to see on Twitch a whole lot. To the point where, like, I almost considered taking this weekend off just to watch GDQ. And get some editing done, of course. But I think I'm gonna take 4 days off. Not next week, but the week after. Or, like, the end of next week. I wonder if this map even has a third cavern layer. Oh. We'll just dig until we hit the edges of that, and then we'll stop. Most of this actually isn't gonna get dug out. Not right now, anyway. Come on, dwarves. There they go. So I'm just gonna make a big old stone stockpile. And we just wait for it to pause again, which will probably be soon. Well, not yet. Anytime now. There you go. Can do a little bit more along the end there. And then that. And that's it. Or at least that's all that I'm doing. So now it's just going to be a whole lot of dwarves storing a whole lot of stone and a whole lot of ore down there. All right, guys, so I'm gonna be honest with you. My eye is bothering me a little bit today. I'm just having a hard time keeping my eyes focused. I was kind of planning on keeping today a little bit shorter anyway, because being blunt with you, I need to get a cooking video up that I've had sitting on my hard drive for a day and a half now. So I just need to do the voiceover for that and put that up, and I want to get some editing done tonight. So I'm keeping today's stream painfully short. I know, I'm sorry. It's only 5 hours. Do you have any idea how many streams, like, don't even stream 5 hours a day? A whole lot of them. So I'm gonna host my friend Bellinair today, and I hope that you guys go watch him play some, Dungeon Quest, Dragon Quest Builders 2. And I hope that everybody here, everybody watching, I hope you guys have all had a fantastic day. And I hope to see you guys tomorrow with more Dwarf Fortress.